The reason you feel exhausted after every conversation. Jung's insight on energetic exchange. You're not tired. You've been drained. Hello again. Welcome back to Fire Within Tales. If you're new here, this is a space where we speak the truths most people are afraid to admit about life, about power, and about your soul. So if that resonates, make sure to subscribe. You'll want to stay for this. Let me ask you something. Have you ever walked away from a simple conversation and felt like you just ran a marathon? No arguing, no yelling, no drama, just a seemingly normal exchange. Yet afterward, your chest feels heavy, your mind is foggy, and your body begs for silence. You're not imagining things. You're not antisocial. And no, you're not broken. You're just waking up to a truth that most people spend their entire lives avoiding. Carl Jung once said that every interaction is a meeting of souls, not just words. And some souls don't come to share. They come to take. You feel exhausted not because you're weak, but because you've been leaking energy without even realizing it. Your politeness, your empathy, your constant emotional availability, they come at a price. And the world is full of people who will gladly collect that price from you, conversation by conversation, smile by smile, until there's nothing left. But you don't have to keep bleeding quietly. Today, we're going to decode why this happens. We'll go into Jung's concept of energetic exchange. We'll expose the invisible contracts you've signed with people who feed off your light. And most importantly, I'll show you how to take your energy back. Because it was never theirs to begin with. Let's begin. The Jungian model of energetic drain. Carl Jung wasn't just a psychologist. He was a spiritual architect. He saw the psyche as more than neurons and trauma. He saw it as a field of energy. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, every word you speak, it's not just chemical. It's electrical. It's spiritual. When you enter a conversation, you don't just exchange information, you exchange energy. And not all exchanges are equal. There are people, and you know them, who light you up. You talk to them, and something in you expands. You feel clearer, lighter, more alive. But then there are others. You leave their presence feeling hollow, like you gave them something but got nothing in return. This isn't imagination. It's energetic imbalance. Jung believed that when we suppress parts of ourselves, the unhealed, the unseen, the unloved, we unconsciously project those needs onto others. So people who carry unresolved pain, deep insecurity, or emotional chaos often latch onto others without even knowing it. They need your calm. They need your listening. They need your light. And if you don't know how to protect it, you'll keep handing it over, one drained conversation at a time. Now here's the dark truth. Most nice people are exhausted because they've been trained to be emotionally open, but never spiritually guarded. You're told to be kind, to listen, to support everyone. But no one tells you that being endlessly available will eventually make you spiritually bankrupt. You're not just giving time, you're giving presence. You're not just hearing them, you're absorbing their chaos. And if you don't have strong inner boundaries, you'll start confusing their storm with your soul. Jung taught that individuation, the process of becoming whole, requires awareness of this energy dynamic. You must know who you are and who you are not. You must stop trying to rescue people who don't want to heal. And most of all, you must recognize not every conversation is worth the price of your peace. When kindness becomes self-betrayal. There was a man I once knew. Let's call him Daniel. Everyone loved him. Everyone needed him. He was the one who always answered his phone, the one who stayed after hours to talk someone down from their chaos, the one who nodded and smiled and said, "It's okay, I'm here." He thought it was kindness. He thought it was strength. But something was happening to Daniel behind closed doors. He began waking up tired, no matter how much he slept. He started avoiding messages, dreading social gatherings. Even casual interactions at the grocery store left him drained for hours. One night, after a long phone call with a friend who always had a new crisis, Daniel stared at the ceiling and whispered, "Why do I feel like I'm disappearing?" That was the moment he realized his exhaustion wasn't physical. It was spiritual. He had spent years pouring into everyone, listening, soothing, supporting. But not once had he asked himself, "Who is pouring into me?" The truth was brutal. He wasn't loved for who he was used for how well he could carry other people's emotional weight. And every "thank you," every "you're such a good friend" was just another rope tying him to people who took more than they gave. Daniel didn't burn out because he was weak. He burned out because he betrayed his own soul in the name of being good. And that's the line most people never see, the line where kindness ends and self-abandonment begins. Jung would say that Daniel hadn't individuated. He was still living from the persona, the social mask that says, "I'm fine, I've got this, I can handle you." But deep beneath that mask was a man screaming to be left alone, screaming for silence, screaming to reclaim the pieces of himself he had given away. How to protect your energy. The practice of inner boundaries. Let's be clear. You don't owe your energy to everyone who wants your attention. And just because someone talks to you doesn't mean you have to listen. That's not cruelty. That's clarity. Carl Jung believed the path to wholeness required something uncomfortable. Discernment. Not judgment. Not rejection. But the deep internal recognition of what is truly yours to carry and what is not. So how do you protect your energy? It starts with one word: awareness. After every conversation, ask yourself one simple question. Do I feel expanded or diminished? Your nervous system will always tell you the truth, long before your mind can explain it. If you feel heavy, tired, anxious, or vaguely irritable after talking to someone, that's your soul's way of whispering, this connection is costing you more than it's giving you. From there, you create what Jung called inner boundaries. This doesn't mean cutting everyone off. It means learning when to speak and when to walk away. It means saying things like, "I don't have the energy for this right now. Let's talk another time. I hear you, but I need space." These are not selfish phrases. They are survival skills. You also need to recognize energy vampires. These are not evil people. Most of them don't even know what they're doing. They're just broken, and you're their light source. But if you keep handing them your light, you'll become just like them, desperate, hollow, and addicted to other people's energy just to survive. That's not a path you want. Instead, develop a daily practice of energetic hygiene. Solitude, silence, journaling, long walks without your phone, moments where no one has access to you except your own soul. This is where you recharge. This is where you remember who you are, when no one is watching, needing, or taking. Your energy is sacred. Treat it that way. There will come a point in your life when the cost of being available to everyone will become too high. You'll realize that giving your time is easy, but giving your presence is soul-level expensive. And not everyone deserves that gift. Carl Jung wrote that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. That includes your exhaustion. That includes your quiet resentment. That includes your desire to disappear after one more conversation that leaves you feeling less like yourself. But you are not here to be drained. You are not here to be a sponge for other people's storms. You are here to become someone who protects what is sacred inside you, with precision, with power, and without apology. That means silence is not weakness. It is strategy. It is repair. It is how your soul reclaims space in a world that keeps demanding more of you. So the next time you walk away from a conversation feeling tired, Listen. Your body is speaking. Your boundaries are begging. Your spirit is reminding you, not everyone deserves access to you. Some people talk to connect. Others talk to consume. You don't need to fight them. You just need to disappear from their reach. Because your peace is not up for discussion. It is a non-negotiable. And if you've made it this far, then maybe you're ready to finally stop giving pieces of your soul to people who never earned them. Thank you for watching Fire Within Tales. If this spoke to something deep inside you, subscribe to the channel. We're just getting started. And now, go protect your energy. The world will take it if you don't.